Hey, welcome back at NBC5. Looking outside, well, it's smoky and hazy out there. Keep that in mind if you're just getting outdoor. Make sure you're checking the air quality levels before getting out. They're still moderate here in and around the valley. 68 degrees, that is 3 degrees warmer than this hour yesterday morning. And conditions today, going to stay a lot like yesterday. Still going to be a hot one, mostly sunny, smoky, hazy sky, and some isolated thunderstorm potential. We'll get into Saturday, kind of the repeat of that, but we start to cool off a little bit. The ridge of high pressure begins to push east out of our region, and it's going to be cooling off when we get into next week. A low pressure system builds in, and this is going to be increasing our rain potential as well into the start of next week. Some good news in the forecast, especially with all of the ongoing fires, is cooler temperatures and rain. All of that helps fires to get contained. And you see the temperature outlook as we get into next week for the western half of the U.S. We see a nice little drop off in those expected highs, even getting below the seasonal average for this time of year. And across the Northwest, we have a good setup of precipitation above what we normally get for this time of year, which is great news. We start to build in with that rain chance into later Sunday and Monday. We still continue with some showers into Tuesday as well, but you can see by the middle and later half of next week, we start to taper off. We still can get some isolated showers and storms here today and tomorrow. We have a little disturbance down here, which is going to keep us on the active side with the isolated storms. Now, here's the main system that's going to be bringing us to cool down for this weekend. This is going to be building right into our region, bringing that rain and the cool down expected for next week. Midpoint forecast for today. Again, we have the red flag warning out across our eastern counties. Any potential of storms, of course, lightning and some gusty winds could start and spread fires pretty quickly here for this afternoon. We get into Saturday, we might start to see a little bit more of this activity building into the valley. First overnight today, could still continue with some showers, might even have a few rumbles of thunder as well out into our eastern counties. Tomorrow afternoon, you look at the valley, we see that potential kind of returning into our area for some isolated activity. So keep that in mind if you have any outdoor plans for tomorrow. We still have that potential for some isolated storms. Sunday's a little bit on the quieter side, and then we get into the rain into the start of next week. Smoke outlook, well, doesn't look all that great. With the ongoing fires, we're still seeing a lot of that smoke building and staying within our area here for the next couple of days. Hopefully, we get some containment on these fires. We get rid of some of those hot spots that are producing a lot of the smoke as we get into that rain and the cool down expected for next week. We'll dip a little bit into this weekend, even some mid 80s for your Sunday, but how about some mid 70s, a little taste of fall returning into our area. 70s, morning lows in the mid 50s, and we look at that shower potential for your Sunday. Can't rule out some thunderstorms as well embedded in the activity, and we'll continue that into Tuesday before clearing out. Climate Basin, still that slight chance here the next couple of days. Chances of showers a little bit better in Monday and Tuesday. Could have a few isolated storms, but they will be dropping off into the 60s for next week. Morning lows in the lower 40s. Northern California, also a nice cool off with highs dipping into the 70s after spending another day in the 90s for this Friday. The coastline will stay into the 60s for highs. We are looking at some rain building into Sunday afternoon, and that rain potential goes all the way through Tuesday.